Good morning, special guests, parents, teachers, and students. Welcome to our ANZAC Day commemoration service. I am Ethan Kim, and I am one of the school captains at Rydalmere East. I'll be hosting today's service along with our female school captain, Arissa Tan. I would now like to invite Brody Maris to present our acknowledgement of country.
I would like to acknowledge the Darug people, Aboriginal people, who are the traditional custodians of this land. I would also like to pay my respect to the elders, past and present, of the Darug Nation and extend that respect to other Aboriginal people watching this service today.
Brody. My name is Arissa Tan, and I'm also one of the school captain at Rydalmere East Public School. What a great honor it is to be hosting this special service today. I would like to ask Mr. Carter to address the community.
Good morning, Rydalmere East community, and welcome to this very special ANZAC service for 2020. A very different one, but albeit a very special one. I too would like to acknowledge the Darug Aboriginal people as the traditional custodians of this land. I'd like to pay my respects to the elders of the past, present and the future, our students that attend our school. I'd also like to extend that respect to Aboriginal people who have served in our Defence Forces on this very special day. Good morning, Rydalmere East community. Good morning, a special good morning and welcome to who would normally be our special guests, our parents those that are in Defence Forces. Good morning to our students watching at home. Good morning to all the staff and everyone else in the Rydalmere East community. ANZAC Day 2020 is a very special one this year, and it's a very different one for all of us. I'm very glad that due to the assistance from the students and teachers and staff at our school, we've been able to get this together, because it is a very special one, because not only do we remember the soldiers and from the ANZACs in 1915 when they faced the battle at Gallipoli, but we also know that it's a very special one for our Rydalmere East community. We know that we've had lots of students at our school over the last few weeks because of our parents, our essential workers, our mums and dads in the Navy and the Air Force and the Army that are still having to work for us. So we know that those sacrifices, whilst they started back in 1915, they still continue in our community today, and they're very, very special ones. I know that for our students, that it's also very special. That's a time for them to acknowledge their mums and dads, and it's a time for them to be proud of what their mums and dads do. But it's not just our Defence Force families that also know the significance of ANZAC Day. Our whole school community, it's one of those events that everyone really gets behind and plays a great deal of respectful commemoration for the ANZACs of the past, and also for all of our servicemen and women. I want to take this opportunity to also thank all the people that have contributed to our service today. Captain Terry Morrison, Mrs. Flanagan, our Defence School mentor, who does a wonderful job with all of our students and families in supporting them, and all of the students as well, our school captains, William, Lachlan, Brody. They've all done a fantastic job in their things that you'll see throughout the service today. I hope that whilst it is different and we can't go to a dawn service, or we haven't been able to hold a school service, I hope that at some stage throughout today, if you haven't already, you can take some time to pay respects to our soldiers. I hope this video serves as some purpose for that. I also want to thank as well, sorry, I should have mentioned Peter Morton as well, for the wonderful work that she's done with the Last Post and Reveille and the National Anthem. So in signing off, I just want to send my sincerest respects to our soldiers of the past, the fallen, and those that came back. To our current serving members, once again, thank you for all you do, particularly to our parents, and lest we forget.
Thank you, Mr. Carters. Rydalmere East would like to invite Captain Terry Morrison, commander of the HMAS Canberra, who would like to share a special ANZAC message.
ANZAC Day 2020 will be like no other in memory. The coronavirus may prevent us from meeting together on this important day. However, this should not detract from remembering those who have given the ultimate sacrifice of war or on peacekeeping operations around the world. It is through their sacrifice and courage that we now live in this great country and enjoy the safety that they have provided. Many of the students at this school have close relatives who have fought for Australia or are currently serving in the Defence Forces. These include mothers, fathers, brothers and sisters, as well as many others from their extended family. Although COVID-19 is causing significant disruption around the world, I would like to recognise the crews of HMAS Toowoomba, Parramatta and Adelaide who continue to serve at sea on operations. And finally, on this ANZAC Day, we must also remember the exceptional service of our nurses, doctors, police and paramedics. Through their courageous service, we will fight this virus and stop it from spreading within the community and impacting our most vulnerable, lest we forget.
Thank you, Captain Morrison. I would now like to introduce William from Class LA, who will read a poem titled ANZAC Day by Monty Edwards.
ANZAC Day by Monty Edwards. They fought for freedoms we hold dear and paid an awful price. They made the foe and conquered fear to make their sacrifice. Today we honour those who died and others who returned, who with their fellows side by side true comradeship had learned. May all who love Australia fare both here and far away. Myself aspire to gladly serve through sacrifice today.
Thank you, William. We would now like to invite Lachlan to read the Ode of Remembrance. At the end of the ode, please join in and say, "We will remember them, lest we forget." Please stand.
Shall not grow old as we that are left grow old. Age shall not weary them, nor the years condemn. As at the going down the sun, and in the morning we will remember them, lest we forget.
Thank you, Lachlan. In a moment, you will hear a bugle play The Last Post. The last post symbolizes a final farewell to our fallen soldiers and that they can rest in peace. 1 minute of silence will follow the last post. Please stand quietly and very still. You might like to close your eyes and think about all the men and women who have served Australia in times of war and conflict. After the 1 minute silence, Reveille will then be played. Today, the last post and Reveille will be performed by one of our students, Peter Morton. Please stand if you aren't doing so already.
Please repeat after me, lest we forget. Please remain standing for the Australian National Anthem.
That concludes our ANZAC Day Commemoration Assembly. Thank you very much for all your attendance today. I will now hand over to Mr. Curtis for his closing remarks.
Thank you very much, Rydalmere East community, and thank you once again to all of the people, the students, Captain Morrison, everybody that's contributed towards putting this very special service today. As I said earlier in the piece, I'm really glad and grateful that we've been able to pull this together and give our community an opportunity to commemorate a very important and very special day. It's been an absolute privilege for me to work with the Rydalmere East community and learn so much more about the importance of our Defence Force and the wonderful work that everyone does. So I really thank you for that opportunity, and once again thank you to everyone involved today. I hope that ANZAC Day provides an opportunity for you to further commemorate, lest we forget.